Hey, what's up guys, Stefan here. So, LANDR got in touch a few weeks back and asked if I'd be interested in checking out a new synth that they're offering on their platform called Lethal. They said it's possible to make a whole beat with just this one synth, and offered to sponsor a video of me doing so. So that's what we're going to do today, an entire beat with ONE Synth. Shout out to LANDR for sponsoring this video. This is not a review. I'm going to cook up a beat like I did with Massive X and with Serum, and if you dig it and want to try it for yourself, you can run a free trial via the link in the description below. Alright, so let's go. So I've already got my sounds as I had a long play around with the synth before filming. Lethal comes with a core library with a ton of sounds and 24 genre specific expansions, but I only downloaded the ones that I was immediately interested in. I'm making an Ariana Grande type beat in the style of her latest album, so I downloaded the trap expansion and both hip hop expansions for good measure. She kind of has this R&B with trap elements from the drums and 808s with this soft pop aesthetic. So we're going to try and hit all of those aspects in this beat. The R&B flavors mainly come from the chords, and we're going to pick up a plucked synth from the trap expansion to deliver these chords. I then half-timed it and EQ'd it, added some delay and a bit of compression. I then found the Oberheim pad, which I'm guessing is inspired by the actual synth, and we're going to play the same chords over the top. Now, I was skeptical of the drums coming into this. I thought I'd have to probably try and find my drums elsewhere, but Lethal actually has a ton of on-point samples that fit the bill. I usually program my drums on one track and try to play as much as I can in at one time, but we've got a track here for each drum element as each uses a separate instance of Lethal. However, I've had no CPU issues running so many instances of Lethal, which is good. So when it comes to drums, each preset is a bank of samples, so there's a ton to choose from. Let's build the beat. Sweet. So I couldn't actually find an 808 bass in the trap expansion. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough, but I couldn't find one there. But I did find one in the Hip Hop 2 expansion, and it's called Sub Kick. It was a little too clean for me, so I added a bit of Logic's stock overdrive to give it some grit. Lethal does come with its own internal effects, so there is distortion here, but I prefer to do audio processing in Logic's mixer. It's just quicker for me when it comes to mixing, turning things on and turning things off, etc. But you can process inside of Lethal if you choose. I've just chosen not to on this occasion. However, with Lethal, I was able to turn up the glide between each note, which gave it a lot more character. Alright, so that's our trap element done. Now to give it some sort of pop element, I found these bells. And trap uses bells too, but the melody we're going to play is a lot more akin to pop, and what I'm going to play will definitely soften up the chorus a bit. Let's go. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think of this beat so far. Next, I wanted to check out what they had by way of trap basses for the next section of the beat. And they have the usual suspects, which is what I'm liking about Lethal so far. It has the core sounds that make up a genre, which is great for a bass, and from there, like me, you can tweak sounds to make them your own and unique, whether within Lethal itself or with stock or third-party audio effects. I like this bass right here. I'm going to use it in the middle 8, but for the outro, just coming out of the chorus, I actually ended up finding a sound in the keys section of the trap expansion, which sounded pretty good in the lower octaves and sounded like a bass that DJ Mustard would use. Not sure if I'm going to keep this bit, but let's keep the verses the same, and for the final touch, let's add some subtle strings going into the chorus. For the middle 8, as I mentioned earlier, I have this bass right here. You hear this type of bass in a lot of trap joints and trap-inspired R&B joints. And lastly, let's throw in a lead, just because. Cool, so the last part needs a bit of work, but I'm going to spend some time off camera doing that. And if you want to hear the full beats, you can head to the link in the description below. Likewise, if you want to try out Lethal, there's a link in the description below for that too. Like I said, it has a free trial, and then after that you can pick it up on a rent-to-own basis through LANDR. It's $9.99 a month until you own it. I'm glad to see other platforms are taking this model. It is the best model for beat makers. It makes owning great synths and software that much more attainable, and it means you're less tempted to pirate your software, which is never a good idea. Anyways, if you digged this video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe for more videos just like this. A shout out once again to LANDR for sponsoring this video and giving me the opportunity to cook up this beat and share it with you guys. I've been Stefan, and as always, happy beat making.